You're listening to Radio Connections with Pace, where it all comes together with your host, Gina Pagnotta Murphy and Ebony Walton.
Well, top of the day to you. How are you? Welcome. Today is February 15th, and you are online with Radio Connections with Pace, where it all comes together. And today is Tell All Tuesday. I am your host, Gina Pagnotta, president of Pace.
And I am your co-host, Ebony Walton, vice president of Pace. And this show is for City of Atlanta employees, whether new or seasoned, classified or non, on-site or teleworkers. This platform was created to bring awareness to all things in the city, whether good or bad, in hopes to finding a resolve.
Let's talk about it. Well,
Again,
first, I would like to give a disclaimer again, verbally, for those who are listening to our podcast and missed out on the beginning of our podcast, called a disclaimer, that this show is only on views and opinions and not necessarily or not the opinions and views of our organization. We like to hear chat-ins. We like to give you information. We like to share information. And we are honest podcast. And this is for the City of Atlanta employees to be able to say things and chat in and ask questions. And we, as the union, Professional Association of City Employees, Ebony Walton, the vice president, I am your president, to give you the answers as best as possible. So please, if you are not one that really feels that you would like to listen in and sit in and be involved with our podcast, just unsubscribe. But in the meantime, members that are positive reinforcement today, we're here to have a little fun for that 1 hour a week to give you engagement. So, Ebony, how was your week? How was your Valentine's?
Valentine's was nice. I barbecued.
You like to cook.
I like to cook. So,
Okay.
it was nice. How was your Valentine's? Because that's really what you want to talk about. So, how was your Valentine's? Yeah. So sick.
Anyway, I can't see me.
I can see you.
I know, and they can, but I can't. There you go. I got to make sure my shirt and everything is. Anyway, for the first time, you guys, in 2 years, I had a professional music gig. I was a singer. One of the singers, there's two of us. It was a guy and me. And we performed with the Natural Blend Ensemble Band.
Whoever that is.
They are a jazz band, and it had 3 horns, honey, upright bass, regular bass, drums, all kinds of stuff. Listen.
So what did you sing?
I sang a little bit of let's see. I sang some All of Me, Ipanema, Don't Look Any Further, just all kinds of stuff. Billie Holiday, that's my favorite singer. Her and Billie Holiday, and I love some Phyllis Hyman. So if anybody want to know what my sound or repertoire is, that's pretty much my voice range in there, the blues. And we turned it out. I turned it out with Mustang Sally. Turned it out. And the setting, it was at the Dallas, I call it the Dallas barn because it looked like a barn. But once you go in there, they had it fixed so beautiful. Candlelit for Valentine's night. And the guys were dressed in their tuxedo. You should have seen me, honey. I'm proud of myself, what I look like. And guess what?
I saw your pictures.
You saw my pictures. Don't you throw it up in there. But anyway, but listen here. And you all know that's been watching this a lot, our podcast, that I do suffer with anxiety. And when I went into that element, I was so anxious getting there. I almost didn't want to go. But once I walked in that door and they greeted me and saw me and everything, and the band was over, all the anxiety was gone. I was back in my element. I was really impressed with myself. So anyway.
So real quick.
Yes.
Over the weekend also.
Okay.
How you doing, Tamara? And we finna bring it up. So what? That was 2 weeks ago. Somebody was talking about what were they called? Bengals or Bengals?
Wait a minute.
The losing team.
Wait a minute.
Anyway, the losing
is that what Tamara just put?
Yeah.
Oh, you had to go there, Miss
Yes,
Williams.
she did.
What about them? Okay. Well,
the Rams won the Super Bowl.
Who
The
said?
Rams. The Rams won.
Who said?
So I get to get a meal because that's what she said, right?
Who said that?
You did. Yeah. No,
That wasn't me.
we can pull it up. The conversation.
Oh, that's right. It is.
They can pull it up,
Mm.
so I can go back and pull it up. Yeah. So I'm gonna get a meal. Haven't figured out what
Well,
I'm gonna
thank
get. But
you,
it's gonna be
Tamara,
something.
for snitching.
Yeah. Thank you, Tamara. I wasn't gonna forget that one. Not a meal. Yeah.
So
She
you
was
figured
so
out-
big. Them Rams gonna win. I mean, the Bengals gonna win. Mm-mm.
They were winning.
We're winning and winning is two different things.
My opinion. Sorry, Bengals.
Oh, now they sorry.
Well, it wasn't my team nowhere. I'm all the way Panthers.
You know what?
But anyway, so what are you talking about eating?
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
It better be on payday because you're going to be messed up. If it ain't, you're going to McDonald's. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, KLW 1182, which was the winner last week.
And we had another winner.
We did, but I don't recall receiving the information. But KLW 1182, did you receive your gift for winning?
And the other lady, if you get on here, or whoever that is,
I have the information. I just need to get where I'm sending it to.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But that was, we had a good time. Last week was a really good show.
Yeah, it was.
A really good show. It was a really good show. The movie.
They said did not.
You did not? My Amazon. We're gonna check into it. We're gonna check into it, and I'm gonna text you afterwards because you should have gotten it on yesterday.
From Amazon, yeah.
Mm-hmm. From Amazon.
We're a union to our word.
Sure are.
We bring you the truth.
I'm so done with you. I'm looking through Amazon now to see. But the movie of the week.
Yes, what did you pick?
So I saw on Peacock, I had been watching the previews, the Bel Air, the Will Smith story. It's a series. So it's not really a movie, but it's a series. And I enjoyed it.
I at first did not until, because I'm like, okay.
it.
But I thought about it. I'm like, okay.
I enjoyed it.
Okay. I guess I was, because it was based on the actual
Fresh
Prince.
Which those are actual, most of them are actual events of his real life. Will
Right.
Smith.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I really sat through it and watched it.
But I was kind of looking for, I guess that's just me in my head. I was looking for more characters that was playing this
Me
to
too.
be closer to
resemble
them better.
They didn't.
They were totally different looks.
Hillary was totally different look and behavior.
But
Ashley
she's still
didn't
a
really have
dingy.
much of a role.
Uh-huh.
But
and Carlton, nah,
I didn't like.
I'd have cast a different Carlton. I'm
He
sorry.
They showed that he was on drugs.
Yeah,
I don't
it
recall
was maybe
all
this
that.
is the real deal
Maybe.
versus the Fresh Prince of Bel Air to come out
Maybe.
in that time to be more funny and
Maybe.
like with Tyler Perry with Madea. When he went in the play, she can
Maybe.
do the gun and all, but in the movies they said she had to tone it down. So anyway, but what made me upset, check this out. As I'm getting into it now, I didn't like it at first, and now I'm like, oh, I'm getting into this. And then when the episode 2 roll around, talking about join Premiere Peacock. What?
Oh, yeah,
You got
they
to pay
do that.
for it? Guess what? Well, I won't be looking at it no more.
Yeah, they do that.
That's almost like when you be in it. No, I ain't gonna say that.
Don't say it.
And then the quarters run out. You got to throw the quarter.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
But
Don't
anyway,
say it.
I really got into it. So you guys, I mean, if you can afford $4.99 for Peacock Premium, I got so many apps. I just refuse to get that one. I mean, come on, man. That was just a teaser, but it was really good. We don't have the rights to this movie or this series, and we're not paid to promote it, but we're letting you know that it's something interesting to watch. From Will Smith. He's doing everything. Him and Kevin Hart. They're doing some of everything.
They are.
And also, since we'll get to that part later, but I have my opinion about something else, and we'll say. But anyway, what was your book?
Miss KLW, I'm sorry. I'm just looking at it. It said it's running late.
Oh,
It
as
says running late.
always. As always, Miss
See?
Shawn, you can get on the podcast anytime. Do you have the link?
I'm sorry, it's running late, so it should be there. I'm sorry, but Line Sisters on Lifetime. I haven't seen that.
9 Sisters. I got to try that. Check that out.
Yeah,
Let's look at that this week, Ebony, and then we can talk about it next week because she says she is not into Will Smith's movies. Absolutely not.
I like them. I even got the book. Will, remember I told you don't look at me like that. I told you I got it. Anyway, the book of the week. And I said we should probably start doing a book of a week. Just because we dealing with management and supervision and leadership. This book is by Holger Rathgeber.
She can't even say the word.
I just said it.
Rathgeber.
The name of it is Our Iceberg is Melting. My girlfriend told me about it. She's a HR. She works in HR. She's an HR manager. And she told me about it. It's really good. It's this about this thick. It's not big at all. Not that thick. But it's about changing and succeeding under any circumstances, any conditions at work, whether it be good. Well, we always want it to be good. But the book is really, really good. It's about penguins. And one of the penguins is telling them that they saw this deterioration somewhere underneath where they are. Nobody believed them. Nobody wanted to find out what was going on. And then they didn't want to prepare for the problem when it does melt. He was trying to forewarn them. Like we do. Yeah, like and nobody pay attention. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Our opinion.
Yeah, don't matter. And so this little penguin, his opinion didn't matter, and it ended up being what he said. And so now the top penguins were trying to figure out, what do we do from here? How do we make this better? How do we prepare and get the flock ready? I mean, it was just really good. Again, it's just about this big. It's probably about 15, 20 pages long.
Well, who gets really the flock ready? The leaders trying to get the flock ready.
They had to go before their council.
Oh, well,
they had to go before.
Then they should be reading the book "Who Moved My Cheese" because that's the next
one. That was good too.
I trained on that.
It's a good. That's
DPW. I did many years ago when it first came out. We were the first city, the first department, Public Works, to have that training through the original authors. And they trained me, and then I was able to train. They let me train the whole department on it. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed that.
It's a good thing. It's good.
But at the end of the day, once the leaders don't listen to you, and then things happen, what we try to tell them, then there needs to be a book they need to be reading called "Who Moved My Cheese." I'm just saying my opinion. And I have another opinion. Why is it that you can see yourself, but I can't see myself?
You want me to put that over there?
No, I'm just teasing. Okay, I'm still here.
Because they see nothing of what you're talking about.
Okay, she's got the teleprompter all in my face, and I can't see me.
Because I'm left-handed and I do everything on my right side. That's all. It's no big deal.
Okay, so Temerson, we work for pigeons, and they are never ready.
They always fail.
And that is your opinion, and you are right. You have the right to your opinion.
Exactly.
But I agree with your opinion.
So our inspiration is
make sure. Oh, wait a minute.
What?
We're not being paid to advertise. Make sure I cover this up.
So our inspiration is Joshua chapter 1, verse 9. Go ahead and read it.
No, you read it. You picked it. Have I not commanded you? I was waiting on that, y'all. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid and do not be dismayed. For the Lord your God is with you wherever you go.
Why you have to look at me like that?
No matter, no weapons formed against you shall succeed or prosper.
But that wasn't the scripture, Joshua.
No, I added that.
Oh, okay.
Because you know what I'm talking about. No weapons. Because you under the spirit of the Almighty God.
And that is our opinion.
Our opinion.
That is definitely our opinion.
And if you don't like our opinion, unsubscribe.
So the song,
What's the song?
we wanted a little hype song, little nice song. And gonna go ahead and play that.
Uh-oh, you put me back in my mode last night. We don't own the rights to this music, but we think it's just, He in red for Valentine's Day, y'all. So that's all we doing?
No.
What happened to your phone?
It's on my phone.
Okay, you can work out at your desk.
Yes, you can. And I'm on a workout committee with this company to do stuff like that.
We don't own the rights to the song, so we can't play it that long, or we have to pay for it. But you all get the picture.
Nice.
It was still nice.
It's still nice.
I feel good.
Yes.
I feel good no matter what obstacles coming our way. I feel good.
I want you to remember that when you call me tonight at 11. Exactly. I'm going to say, go back and look at the show. No matter what it is, you still need to do what?
Feel good.
That's right.
That's because you be calling me.
Do I? No. So our Black History Minute.
I can't stand her.
What?
And anyway, you got the wrong song.
I got that. I feel good. Whatever.
That's I got that feeling. There's two different songs, Ebony.
Well, I played the one. I played the one we wanted.
All right.
So with this, what I'm going to try to do, because we have a Black History.
We try to bring it once a week.
Yeah. So last week we let you listen to it. Today I want y'all to see
We're gonna
it.
try to
We're
make
going
this
to
work.
try. I'll share my
cool.
screen. Let me know if you can hear it. If you can't hear it, tell me in the little chat so I'll know. But we're going to let this play. And this is Black History.
It's only a few minutes, so
yeah, it's only a few minutes.
And listen, our favorite producer. I don't see number blue.
Me too.
Oh, Lord.
I'm going to stay. I'm trying.
Oh, Lord.
Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Let's do it one more time. It's there.
I see it.
I see it too. Video. I understand. We're going to see. Lord have mercy.
We got to make this work because you're supposed to did this all weekend.
I did. The same people call you.
All the time.
Okay, can y'all see the screen?
Yes.
Can you see the screen? Can somebody respond? You see the screen? I want to make sure you can see it before I play it. Hello? Can you hear me?
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy Grog. How's everybody doing out there today?
Okay. Can you hear it?
I want to welcome you to a thankful Thursday. Hope everybody's doing all right. Hey, listen, you know it's the greatest day of my life. That's right. I don't know about tomorrow and yesterday is gone. So all I got is right now. And I promise y'all, I'm going to make the best of it. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, listen, y'all. We're doing this whole Black History thing. That's right. And we're keeping this thing moving all month. Today, y'all, we're talking about Homer Roberts. Homer Roberts was the first Black man to own a car dealership. Okay. Let me tell you a little bit about him. As a Black American, Homer Roberts was an early exception, managing to excel despite the prejudice he faced. Homer Roberts was born in a small town called Ash Grove, Missouri in 1888. After studying as a chemical engineer at Kansas State Agricultural College, he moved to Kansas City. And being an electrical engineer is impressive now, but back then, a black man wasn't getting a job as an engineer. No one would hire him. He got discouraged, though, and then he joined the Army where his skills went to good use. Robert served in World War I, becoming the first black man to earn the rank of lieutenant in the Army Corps. Like many generations that have come home after serving, in 1919, Roberts started his business of selling cars. He couldn't afford an actual lot, so he sold them off a street corner. Listen, y'all, I'm talking about a literal street corner. He understood he would be a non-starter trying to begin selling in white areas. So Roberts placed ads in the local black newspaper, the Kansas City Sun. Many later saw this advertising as a brilliant move. It was targeted advertising, and it worked, y'all. He was selling so many cars that just 4 years later, he was able to build a $70,000 custom facility he called Roberts Motor Mart. At 9,400 square feet, the building not only housed the showroom for his used vehicles, but also various offices, service bays, a restaurant, and a few retail spaces. The vehicle showroom itself was 1,800 square feet, y'all. I'm talking about Homer Roberts. He was doing his thing, just like you can do your thing. See, God already said your blessings is already there waiting on you just for you to believe that you can have it. But a lot of times, fear and doubt get in the way and it pushes it away. You understand what I'm saying? So right now, I want you to place every burden of fear, doubt, and worry upon God, and you walk away freely to have plenty. Thank you so much for your time this time. And until the next time, I hope it's better than the last. And as my dad would always say, you're never out of business when you mind your own. This is your boy Croft. Peace.
Peace. Well, thank you, Mr. Croft, for that. And you guys, you see, we're getting better and better. We got producers, we got, we just got love. People that enjoy our podcast. They enjoy it. They want to be a part of it. They want to, extend whatever they can, their talents, their crafts to you guys. And that's all we're trying to do. So all the haters out there, like Cat Williams say, if I don't get 20 haters a day, I ain't doing my job. Thank you, Mr. Croft.
Thank you again. That was awesome.
Till next week.
And we're going to actually try to have them on to do it
live.
Yeah. In person.
Well, I guess it's the time that all of y'all looking for Sister Cecilia. It's time for the church announcements today.
Church announcements. Here we go. Today, February 15th, 2022, it is National Gumdrop Day. I meant to have some gum, but I'm not.
Gumdrop? Gumdrops is the candy, Sister Cecilia.
It's not the gumdrop. What's a gumdrop?
Gumdrop is like
it's
a little
gum. They bubble gum drops. The bubble gum drops. They come in all different colors.
Well, what happened to the little?
I don't know, but when I looked it up, that's what it said. It said gum.
Yes, sir.
Gumdrops are tasty, colorful. See there?
Chewy candy.
That is made with gelatin and then coated with
Hello out there, podcast land. Sister Celia, you're wrong again.
Well, it's
what
a
Chronicles?
Whatever, it's a gumdrop.
All right.
It's a gumdrop. It's also February 15th, National Singles Day.
Why would they put that after Valentine's Day? They're so cruel. Who made that up?
Somebody.
Did you Google that one?
I don't know who made it up, but somebody that was thought about the single people. Because, after Valentine's Day, anyway, all this stuff is on sale. I went back up to Publix and it was gone. So it's on sale. You can buy your own stuff. You don't need nobody to buy you anything. Get your own. You're all right. You can come and go as you please. You ain't got to worry about no woman, no man schedule. You single. You got all kind of career opportunities you can take. You ain't got to worry about anything. Take it. Do what you got to do.
Single doesn't need to consult a spouse before accepting an offer. Guess what?
You sure don't.
I ain't got to do it now.
We're not going to encourage that.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's also healthier for single people to keep up healthy habits.
Yeah.
Sure is.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
So you don't have anybody to sabotage your efforts in workout or eating, anything.
Yeah.
You can be more reliant upon yourself, and you can be involved in your community activities, church activities.
Yeah.
Sure
Like
can.
you are, Sister C.
You sure can. You can do whatever you want to do. You ain't got nobody else to rely on. Except wash your back. You ever try to wash your back by yourself?
I got that long thing that you stick back there and do like that, but you know,
it's a different thing.
No.
Anyway, also we kept talking about Groundhog Day. Now I'm gonna try to say the groundhog name. His name is, you try it, Jingle.
I ain't trying that,
Don't
man.
try.
PP.
Punk Sweeney Field.
Punk suit.
He did see his shadow. So we have 6 more weeks. Now it's February 2nd was Groundhog Day. So we have 6 more weeks from that to have more winter weather. But yesterday was really nice.
Whatever.
Yesterday was really nice. And today is not bad. I barbecued yesterday. It was nice. It was cool. Also, registration again. Track and field opens. It's already open, and it's going to close out March 23rd.
Okay.
And that is it.
Oh, no, it's not it.
Yes, that is it.
I got something to say.
What is
Pass that church hat over here.
What you got?
Now I need to move that over so I can see me.
I'm so sick.
Here we go. Oh.
You can't even put it on.
Yeah. Okay. How they look? All right. As I said last week to the church congregation out there, the City of Atlanta employees, whoever sit in the hashtag GFPAT to the church fund of the City of Atlanta podcast, your check bounce. You need to come on and make it good. This is the Treasury Financial Report. Come see us. Make your check good. Or we're going to have to put your name on the list, on the bulletin.
I am done. And she's going to put that name on the list. Believe it. She will do that.
I can go by what I said there.
So, city council meeting yesterday. Did you listen to it?
No.
Okay.
You did, though.
I did.
I heard about it.
I listened to it. It was okay. They passed a couple of legislations, one of which, again, they amended is going to continue to go through for your 911 dispatchers to be considered as first responders. So they are listening on that behalf. That's a good thing because Pace, we pushed for that.
We pushed for that. Yes,
sure
we did. We even wrote up
a
draft legislation for them. I don't know if they used that one, but that's okay.
Yeah, they're going to probably add some stuff to it, but we definitely don't want them to take away overtime or mess with the overtime, because that's what I heard a lot of other places have been doing
in different departments.
Yes, different agencies have been doing messing with the overtime. So,
and different departments too.
Oh, really?
Well, not
through the legislation
of first responders.
Yeah.
But that's a big milestone, and we hope that they would give, and we are hoping that they will give Pace some accolades for bringing that to the forefront.
Definitely.
But as you all know out there, we do a lot of behind the scene work, Pace do, and a lot of folks take our ideas, accept their opinions when we give them when they feel they're wrong. Yeah. But they take the good ideas, put it out there and put it in place, and then they take the credit. But you know what? It's okay. Because at the end of the day, they know and we know when we look eyeball to eyeball who did what. But let me say something. There's one good thing, well, a couple of good things. But one good thing I like to say that one of our past mayors that I liked is when we did the pension reform, he brought everybody to the table, whether they enjoyed it. And we had some knockout, drag out arguments up in there for about 2 days. He fed us too. I like that. I was sitting right next to him too, but they got heated. I had to do one of these numbers. Okay. But anyway, at the end of the day, we were able to come to an agreement. And guess what? Then he did a press conference, and we all were standing behind him. And he gave everybody accolades for a job that we did for the employees.
Because you need everybody to work together. You have to.
That's one thing I can say, regardless of what anybody has. Some mayors have some good things, some bad, just like presidents, in my opinion. have good things or bad, but that was one of the good things that I liked, that he was able to bring the unions to the table and have a heart-to-heart discussion. And I'm wondering, with the stuff that we've been bringing to the table, if he would have done that by now. But anyway,
I don't know.
moving right along.
Yeah. I'll let you go into the next thing with the.
Let's go back up here to the Super Bowl Rams thing.
What about it?
Hold on a minute.
What?
I have to get on the white side of me now. I have to talk about this. Now, I know some of y'all going to hate me for saying this, but this is my opinion. My opinion.
What?
I did not like that Super Bowl halftime.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I did not like the what do you call it? The halftime show. I didn't like it.
What was it? I don't know.
They had Dr. Dre, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, blah, 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 Snoop Dogg. I thought it was a little bit, I don't know, it's just distasteful for me. And I was upset because the Snoop Dogg really, and Mary J. Blige looked good, by the way, but she did look good. But I wanted to hear some more of Snoop Dogg's old songs, and they're about 50 Cent. Oh, dude, stay on power. But anyway, that's just my opinion.
He does that good.
My opinion. But anyway, I just thought it just lost some finesse,
I didn't see it. I don't know.
Well, you couldn't talk. Tell me what y'all think. Anyway, just chat. If you liked it, say you did. I mean, I'm not talking about just because they're rappers. I'm just talking about the whole, it just looked corny to me. I'm looking for something spectacular. There was nothing spectacular about it. And even when, I don't know who that rapper was, they had all the people marching like soldiers. They bought the 90s version. Oh, okay. I missed that because I wasn't into rap back in the 90s. Oh, yes. I like LL Cool
I
J.
probably liked that. He was 90s too, though.
Uh-huh.
He was 90s.
Yeah, but I would have liked LL Cool J or Rum DMC and stuff like that. But, and I'm just not liking Snoop Dogg. And I like some of the men, only reason I like Snoop Dogg because he's versatile. He's become versatile. He's become eligible to make some money.
Okay.
Dr. Dre, I got my opinion. I got a personal thing about Dr. Dre since I saw that Michelle Lee movie. Did you see the Michelle Lee movie? But anyway, we won't go into that. But so you know how it is. Just like when Lawrence Fishburne, I used to love him till he played Ike.
Oh yeah. I still like him though.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't like you no more because you Ike. You will always be Ike.
Yeah, but then like Denzel,
he played it too good. Training Day, I stopped liking him then too.
I couldn't. He's
no.
He's a good actor.
Yeah, he acted that too good because that made me think you like that for real.
Maybe, or he's just a good actor.
Okay, well,
I think he's just a good actor.
Well, when they do that, when they act that good to the point where you don't look at them as being an actor, you look at them as being the character, then they're doing
their job. Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, that's just my opinion, you guys. So, my sister, and she's very, what do you call her? I'm not gonna say uppity, but she's very. What's that word that it's hard to please her? Sophisticated, yeah, very. Suave, and she liked it.
No,
I said, "You got to be kidding me, you." But anyway, so let's move on. That's just what they say. They should have brought
everybody, but
the rest
but
of the
Suge Knight,
except Suge Knight.
Yeah.
Maybe that's something that I missed. Maybe that's what I was missing on Tamara because I just felt it was missing something. And the guys that was dancing out there, to me, that was a copycat of Beyonce. And Janet Jackson, remember the Rhythm Nation type thing? I mean, that was a copycat. It was nothing original to me. They're just standing up on the trailer booze and only thing about it was Mary J. Blige looked awesome in her outfit.
She looks good in anything. She always come out.
But they didn't sing none of the I'm gonna be honest with you. I just was looking for some excitement, like I'm not a Jennifer Lopez fan, but when she, they did, it was a lot of movement, a lot of, stuff, just excitement. I don't know. They could have brought Bruno Mars back, as far as I was concerned by himself. He's so fine. My opinion. Anyway, 50 Cent could have fell off. That's what I'm saying. Go back to Power. He's done with the rap. I think they hyped up the entertainer, so we were expecting spectacular. Yes, KT. That's what I was talking. I was expecting more excitement on it. I was looking for it, but it wasn't happening. It was like something they just threw together. Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, all of them walked out like they just left the track. No,
I don't know.
Finesse, no choreography really, and some of the dancers, they weren't in tune with each other. It was a hot mess to me. But anyway, the performance was just average. There you go. From a 1 to 10, a 5. Now Bruno Mars would have been a 10 plus. Love that band. But anyway, so maybe next year they'll come out better. If the Panthers is in the Super Bowl, I'm going to call out there and tell them who I want to be halftime special.
Okay, they're going to listen to.
They're going to listen to me. So what are we talking about today?
So we're going to discuss now, since we've been getting a lot of calls dealing with management and supervisory teams not being empathetic
yes,
showing sympathy to the employees. Now, the definition for empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. The ability to understand and share the feelings of another.
I'm just looking at, I hear you.
What?
But I'm looking at this chat.
What?
You don't know what the Panthers going to do, Miss Williams, so don't even go there. Just because y'all little Bengals ran Ben Gay, that's almost like the derivative of Ben Gay and Gals. Bengals.
I'm done.
That's my dot time. That word.
Don't.
Anyway, so, and then sympathy.
Sympathy is feelings of pity and sorrow for someone else's misfortune. I don't have to read that. So again, sympathy is feelings of pity and sorrow for someone else's misfortune. Whereas empathy is I can empathize with you because I've been there before. I've been there before. So I know, Gina. I know Tamara. Gina does that. She'll give you an instant headache. She will. She'll give you an instant headache. But the empathy is, I should be able to empathize, especially, say if everybody's lost a loved one before. And I can use that one because everybody pretty much in life has lost a loved one. Supervisors, managers, employees, everybody's lost that. So if I come to you and I'm talking to you about it, or maybe I need some time off, I would expect you to empathize with me, right?
Okay, and share some sympathy because I just lost a loved one.
Yeah. And sympathy would be, like you just said, sharing feelings of pity because, I just lost someone. But we, across the city.
Yeah, in our opinion.
Yeah, in our opinion, and from what the employees have been saying is they're not doing that. They're not doing that. They're bad.
They as in supervisors, managers, any kind of leadership that doesn't have any empathy or sympathy for anybody in anywhere, in any department, in any of the city of Atlanta, they need some work.
A lot of work.
They need to read the book Who Moved My Cheese?
For sympathy?
No. Because they're not.
They need to.
Because they're not having that.
But you should. And one of the employees I know were saying that they was not given the time off or the proper time off, or they was being harassed for the time, and they had requested for some time off for a family member that was ill, not dead, but just ill.
Tell it.
What?
I'm just teasing.
What you talking about?
I'm just teasing.
You know what? I'm not today. Not today, Jimmy. So that's what that is. You have got to show some empathy to your employees, even if the person is a habitual person that messes up time. When someone loses a person or is about to lose a family member or a friend, we don't know the relationships that people have. Even I myself can say some relationships, most of my family is not here. The family that I have is my church family that I was raised up in. So they're like my family too. And so if somebody passes or gets sick, that affects me. So we don't know the relationships, but if someone in their family or that their loved one is passing sick, whatever it is, show empathy. Show some empathy.
Well, we are in our MOU that we're getting ready to send over to HR so they can get it approved through law and vetted through the mayor. We have put in a request to have bereavement leave up to 3 days.
Now, the city offers bereavement leave right now, right?
No.
Nothing at all?
No.
Okay.
No. This bereavement leave will not come off your time.
Okay.
What they offering you is you can use your sick time or vacation.
Mm-hmm.
And
you have a certain amount of time for that.
Right.
That's right. I'm saying. But
sometimes they only give you 1 day, depending on what department you're in and what relationship you got, in my opinion. But we're asking for bereavement leave up to 3 days, unless extenuating circumstances, that is out of town, if it's in town or whatever. But after 3 days, then you would need to use your own personal time.
The thing with that is, and I know certain different departments probably can choose and do how they want to do, but it should be something set in stone, because if you lose say for instance, you lose a grandfather,
that's immediate family.
If you lose an aunt, they don't really consider an aunt immediate family. Any
immediate family.
Cousins they don't consider immediate. Okay, so some people in your families, they have cousins that have helped raise some of these people where they would be considered immediate family. And that's why that would be good to put that in the MOU too.
Godmother.
But everybody takes different amount of time to grieve for.
Yeah.
Some people could take a week to grieve for their mom, and they still grieving, but they just need to come back to work. Some people just want to come back. Then you have those that don't, just let them be gone for as long as they want to, depending on how they are grieving. And it's nothing set anywhere as to how long you're supposed to grieve.
Well, we're going to get that situated, because what I'm looking at is, as far as this union is going to request, you get 3 days paid leave for bereavement. We used to have that many, many years ago, if I'm not mistaken. You bereavement leave, but of course, to justify that the city is going to pay you, of course, you got to bring back an obituary or something to say, show that this is a true funeral you're going to. Let's just be real. It is what it is. Now, if you got time beyond that, then you go and talk to a therapist or go to EAP, because if it's really getting you to the point where it's affecting your ability to come to work for a period of time, that is something of a mental health that you need to go and get fixed. They have grieving sessions.
So you're saying 3 days for immediate family?
Yeah, for your immediate family.
So do you think?
Well, I'm going to say this: we need to relook at what constitute immediate family, because you remember at one time husbands and boyfriends and baby daddies couldn't do FMLA when they were having babies, but now that's changed.
Exactly.
So now we really need to get with HR and can we look at changing, if you have a funeral to attend, but we got to also look at the city now. We got to be fair. Pace is always fair. Excuse me. We don't want people just going to funerals every other day.
Exactly.
Okay. So, but we do need to relook at, if this person is really affecting you, we need to extend certain immediate family. We need to look at that.
If I lose my mother and my sisters, even my dad, it's going to take me more than 3 days. I'm need more than 3 days.
But what we're saying is that the city is going to give what we're requesting. The city gives you paid leave that doesn't affect your time for 3 days. Okay. But if you need more time than that, then you come out of your sick or your vacation, whatever time you have to think about.
And we're just doing this to make sure that everything is clear and understood. That I'm getting moles all over my face. I'm sorry, it was bothering me because I thought I could see something. But anyway, what? I'm just saying. So, like that when
we're talking about bereavement, she's talking about a mole.
Yeah, it was.
We'll just go in there and take that slicer and just cut it off. That's all.
Take it off.
Burn it off.
You take yours off. I'm not taking that off.
I wanted to.
So, but you want to make sure.
That's my trademark. That's my third eye. Don't talk about my third eye.
She just talked about me changing something. She just changed something.
Okay.
So you have to do arrangements. You have to do prepare, and even with funeral arrangements, the whole process, it's a lot to deal with.
Now
It's
listen,
a lot.
I understand what you're saying,
Mhm.
but let's not be greedy.
No. What we saying is being fair. We just talking. We just
Right? Yeah.
discussing it.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
You saying 3 days the city pay you? That's great. 3 days in out of that.
So what you
it
think?
comes out
Ask
your
for 5 days? A whole
No,
week?
3 days is
3 days.
3 days is fine. Or 3 to 5 days, depending on the nature of the relationship.
Well, it depends on
if it's immediate member or non-immediate member, then that should constitute the time. But again, after that, it extends into your sick leave, and it goes out for that,
or vacation.
or your vacation
Whichever
time, whatever
one you have.
whichever you have enough of. Some people don't have a lot of any.
So I see you have nepotism going in on these departments, so that is going to come up too when it comes to bereavement.
That is true.
So explain to me why is that being
So
said?
say for instance, and I can understand it. If I'm wrong, Tamara, you let me know. But say for instance, you have 2 family members in the same department,
Okay.
and maybe one of the family members is higher ranking than the other one.
Okay.
They lose a member, right? They lose a
Okay.
family member within the family that they both share because they all family. They might allow that employee to take more time because not only can they empathize, we're family. And we have maybe trips, or not a trip, but you have a lot of things that y'all have. You know, some families go all out. They do things on Friday, do things on Saturday. The whole weekend they have planned out for that service before the actual service. And they might go ahead and agree to let that employee take that time or longer. Whereas opposed to if it's somebody that was not in their family, they wouldn't extend the same generosity.
That's why we need to have it in black and white, consistency across the whole board, across all departments. And it's 3 days, and if you need more time after that, you can use your sick and vacation, but then that's on extenuating circumstances.
Now,
and that's up to your department.
Have we thought about tapping off the time? Like, okay, they agreed to, or either this is a time frame. Okay, it's been 15 days. I need this.
Well, now understand what we just said. Now understand what I just said. No tapping off. 3 days.
Yes.
Paid leave from the city for bereavement. If it extends 3 days, you take your personal time. If you got a longer time period, then there's no abnormal, because normally it's a week. If you got to go to Chicago or somewhere like that, and you making the plan arrangements, your mother, your father, or something like that, then it's up to you. If there's anything past that, then you still grieving. We encourage that person to go to counseling and let the doctor put you out, which you would be covered under FMLA or under a doctor's care for whatever the reason may be. But right now, our main concern, because there is not a consistency throughout the department.
No, it's not.
And there is mistreatment in some departments, my opinion, that we do not have empathy or sympathy for people who lose loved ones. So we want to make sure that it's an HR function throughout the city that if you have death in your immediate family, you have paid leave from the city for 3 days. Anytime after those 3 days, you are required to also during that time, you got to provide proof for the obituary. That's standard, but we need to make it consistent. And then anytime after that, you have to take your own time.
Because right now in the city code, it doesn't even say that you have
You
to
don't have no
provide
bereaved leave.
the proof. No, I'm saying for proof. It doesn't say that you have to. It states that if they're asked you, then you'll be required to give it.
And I am for that.
Yeah.
And the union is for that because we want to minimize people. We got some folks that's trying to abuse. Oh, my cousin died. Okay, I'm get 3 days paid off. Okay, and just go. No. It's the same thing after 3 days. Just like sick leave, you got to bring a doctor's note if you're going to be out more than 3 days consecutively. If you're going to get paid time with bereavement leave, you need to provide an obituary when you return or beforehand.
Okay.
And that's where we're going. Anyway, let's see what they posted.
Exactly, and not charge them not 1 ounce of time. Only up to the 3 days.
3 days.
After that, then it'll come out that employee's
Right.
sick leave, vacation, whatever time they have available.
And we're going to go back before we close out to Miss Wilson's halftime show because I love competition. But anyway, So that's where we are with that, you guys. And you can chat in or email us or give us some ideas before our next podcast. What you think about should be how we should approach the bereavement leave as well. Now, some folks told me that they have not seen anything about the new employee book handbook, and I sent it out on an email after I got permission from, the Commission of HR, because this is not our article. We did not compile this, but we can share it because it is city related information that everyone they give to you in when you come in as new employees. But some people like us being here for many, many years, us old seniors, we haven't seen this, and this has been updated. Now, I do know that the person that's in head of the policy changing is updating this, but right now this is what we're going by. It's like we are updating our MOU, but right then we're still operating on the one that exists. So if you have not received a copy of this new employee handbook, please, we're not going to post it, but please email us, either Ebony and I, and ask for it, and we can send you a copy of it.
You want us to read anything that's in here?
It just tells you about annual vacation. It tells you nothing that we wanted to talk about, but it gives you everything up to sick leave. Do you see anything about medical leave? Where is that? Tamara's saying something. Where is it? It need to be given out ASAP. Okay. I emailed it to all of our members, but guess what? I'll resend it again to everyone in our email blast. So just to ensure that you got it, so you can look at it and see it. And then if you have to friendly challenge your leadership when they're violating something, look it up in your handbook and show it to them. And also, we're going to send out the 114-528, I think it is, disciplinary processes and the processes of grievances to all of our members. We're going to pull that out of the Muni Code and send that to you as well, so you can have. This is information sharing that's already there. So we haven't changed anything. This is not our creation. This is what the city has put out. So we're sharing it with you who is employed with the city who may not have seen this. So be looking for this within the next day or two.
Now, if you do not know, they do have, I know a lot of the people in our departments don't know, paid leave for health screenings. You can take, for regular full-time employees are allowed to take up to 4 hours of paid leave, one time per calendar year, for health screenings, for cardiovascular disease, cancer, HIV, diabetes, and pneumonia, influenza.
Well, in basically any type of
for your
physical.
For your physical, you can take.
You just apply for it, make your appointment, put in your leave request, show them a copy of your appointment for your physical, or bring it back when you come back, and the city will give you paid 4 hours of leave for that day. So same way they give you some time off, I thought, for blood donation.
Yeah, it is right here too. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So, and speaking of blood donation, I saw on TV that who does the blood thing?
Red Cross.
Red Cross was saying that they were getting low on blood. So so they're not paying me. This is just my opinion of repeating what I heard on the news from excerpts for Red Cross, to make that clear, disclaiming. But if you have the ability to give blood, because I guess they don't have that open thing where we used to do it every year because of COVID, go to your Red Cross and give up some blood.
Real quick, let's talk about unauthorized leave.
Okay, let's do it. An employee taking leave.
Go ahead.
She wait on me.
Yes, I would.
An employee taking leave without authorization during the prescribed hours of work does so without pay and is subject to disciplinary action. Note, failure to return at the expiration of approved leave will be considered an absence without official leave.
So what is unauthorized leave? Let's discuss that.
Okay.
And I just happened to see that. So I was like,
So technically, when it's unauthorized, meaning when you take off and it hasn't been approved. So let me put it this way.
Go ahead.
Here's the way it goes for all you leaders, people looking, listening. Here's how it goes. 20 years of experience, historical practices, and common sense. If you call in sick, you don't deny nobody sick leave if they have sick leave.
Okay.
I call in sick. That's a wrap. Okay, fine.
So how does it come when you call in sick too?
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
I'm calling in sick.
Mm-hmm.
Calling my supervisor or whoever I'm supposed to call.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not be able to come in today. I'm not feeling well. It's not COVID related. Boom. That's it. That's it. They have no right to ask you. They, as in you know who I'm talking about, have no right to ask you, well, what's wrong with you? Why are you sick? Nothing. Just okay. They can't call you back to ask you no questions. They can't harass you on the phone. It's just in the code says if you're out 3 consecutive days, after that 3rd day that you don't come back to work, you got to provide a doctor's note. It's in the code, period. No explanation. Now, if you call in and you have been warned beforehand, mm-hmm. by having an HR person, by having your union rep in the meeting saying you've been out so many times, we feel you're abusing time, and it comes out that you have been. So now we're putting you on notice for a period of time. Every time you call out sick, you got to come in with a doctor's note, whether it's 1 day or half a day. Understand? Mm-hmm. If that has not been done in advance and it's been in a meeting setting and documented, you do not have to bring in a doctor's note. Not when you calling in sick, they say, well, you better bring in a doctor's note. Call this union, period. Now, for vacation, it's called unauthorized leave, to me, my opinion. Because in the code, it also says to get on leave, it has to be prior approved for vacation. That is understandable. Because leave and comp time, and you can use either one you want. They can't tell you what you can't take when it comes to comp time. Mm-hmm. But that has to be prior approved. So whatever the process is, you should submit your leave form according to what your internal processes is for vacation. Now, here's my heartburn where we need the police, quote unquote. If you submit knowing that you're going to be off, our department, if I'm not mistaken, is, well, let me say this, the way I do it for my team, 24-hour notice for 1 day. If you got to be off, say, Thursday, today is Tuesday, and you put in your notice in the morning or today. Okay, if I'm okay with that, cool, you can go, okay? If you're talking about taking a week, you got to give us some prior notice, and this got to be a signed vacation or leave of absence form in advance. Okay? Mm-hmm. Sick time is the only one, in my opinion, that does not need to be challenged. Unless you've been put on prior notice that you have been abusing your sick time, and anytime you off up until certain days, and that's normally 90 days, normally it should be 90 days, then you got to bring in a doctor's note. Does that make sense to everybody? And if somebody that don't agree or know something different, or, chat it in before we leave, or email me or call me or Ebony. But I'm letting you know that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it's been operating. And we call that historical practices. Mm-hmm. Now, if something has changed, that's something that we're also putting in our MOU so it can be consistent across the board. Because they put a lot of stuff in here, but then don't explain in detail. So it's a lot of gray areas that we got to stop having this. So I'm hoping this policymaker, it's a gray area. It needs to be black and white, I's dotted, T's crossed in these publications and sent out to everybody. No excuse necessary.
Because sick time is, say, some departments say up to 3 days. So if the employees, they're out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
they got to bring a doctor's note
when they come back in on Wednesday. That Thursday,
no,
they have to bring a doctor's note. Then you have departments that go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. When they come back Thursday, they have to bring in a doctor's note.
No.
So that's out 4 days.
No.
And
it's not out 4 days. You're not out 4 days. And we
that's the total of 3 days because you're coming back in on that 4.
The code says, and we had this challenge with Yvonne Yancey. I'm calling her name because she's the past HR person. Now, Mr. Commissioner of the HR now is in disagreement. Then he needs to put something out because the way historically is, it says in the code, in our interpretation, is you be out 3 consecutive days. And you come back that Monday out, Tuesday call out sick, Wednesday out sick. You come back Thursday, you good.
But see, what they do is they reword it, and then in the record, and I've seen 2 different departments use up to 3 days.
See, that's
so
the
Muni
problem.
Code says 3 days,
3 consecutive days.
But then they'll reprint it and say up to 3 days.
See,
and so that's where the confusion.
That's because, in my opinion, you got some people. We'll put it on HR because HR should be the pivotal point of contact in every department. That's why you got different HR people in different departments should be doing their job. And well, I can't say that because if they're not finding out what's wrongfully being done, they don't know. So let me say this, but HR needs to get involved more. They need checking out their PPBs, the PPBs, their internal processes, as long as it don't supersede the Muni Code. So that's where we are. We're going to be working on that in our MOU, and hopefully we can get some clarity on this stuff because certain things that's human resources related, it should be no gray area in it, and it should be consistent across the board. Forms should be consistent electronically because of what's going on with COVID and stuff. I don't want everybody in and out of your offices doing all that. To deliver a piece of paper when that's what you got electronic. To me, when you're doing stuff like that, and it's not just one department, it's some other department. You're hiding something or you're trying to do something that ain't right. I'm just gonna put it out there. In my opinion, you're doing something that ain't right. So we need to stop all of this, and because pretty soon we're gonna be back to work. God forbid anything else come up. We're hoping that this COVID stuff get us to a point where we can get a handle. We can get a handle on it. Oh Lord, I don't want no sexual harassment. Okay, let me just do it like this. Anyway, excuse that strap. So we're gonna hope to get this together. We are hoping. We're reaching out to the mayor to have a committee session with him and the union to see if we can get our MOU approved. Yeah. And move forward.
That is true. What is it? That's the problem. We have too many HR departments operating on the behalf of their senior leadership.
I want to see all HR people in one location, just like EAP.
Yeah,
I want to see all HR because it's not working separating HR people
because
in different locations.
All the information is not being given out correctly.
Well, all of it, and then it's just like
and they're not being held accountable.
They're not.
I don't need to say that the information isn't getting out correctly. It's the accountability is not being able to be upheld because they are in different places.
Right.
So nobody's really, you can't really get a handle on what John is doing over here because you over here with Sue and Sue's doing what's right. John and Jim ain't doing it. These are just names I'm throwing out my head. So
in your opinion,
in my opinion. So you have to have some accountability where you're in one department and somebody's overseeing all of these people at one time and giving an account. All right, this week, just like I don't know what it said. It said something.
Sorry about that glitch.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Producer.
That wasn't me. It was just the computer did something.
But anyway, next week we're going to be talking more about that MOU and situation, and some heavy stuff going to be on. We got to talk about you all. I want y'all to think about the governor's race, and I'll keep that to ourselves right now from a union's perspective. I want you to think about what's going on. We don't want to get political because this is not a political platform. But this is our only way, our union platform, to reach out to our members during COVID versus our ability to meet with you in person. But think about the governor's race. I've been asked, sent through our national office on that. And so why are you shutting me off?
Because it's going to shut off itself.
Oh, we paid for a little extra time?
It's not that you didn't pay. It's a set time.
Well, you need, what kind of producer we
It's
got?
just gonna set it off.
Okay, that's like
So
we got
next
to-
week, y'all.
As we bring today's show to an
Oh,
end,
don't talk like that.
we anticipate that wait a minute, hold up.
Each HR division does exactly what they want to do, and nobody says anything to them, so they are big.
Yeah, we want them to be back into one group, and then you call in and you don't know who you're going to get. But anyway, Shawanda, real quick, back up to that. Shawanda, let me tell you the only one that had something to say about that halftime show was everything. That was a milestone for Super Bowl. That show. No, the milestone was when Janet Jackson thing got snatched off. That was the milestone. But anyway, as we bring today's show to an end, we anticipate that we have a beacon of hope to some, entertaining, and have been able to shed light on all things in the city to you that are listening. And we thank you for tuning in to Radio Connections with Pace, where it comes all together. Where it all comes together. And all of the things that we've talked about, and even in this chat, is the expression and opinions only of us in this union of Pace platform. And again, if you are not happy, unsubscribe.
Tune in next week as we will continue to fight the good fight and be a part of bringing the good back to the city. You are welcome to share this episode with City of Atlanta and other employees within the city. If you're not a subscriber already, again, click subscribe. If that's something that you want to do, that's completely on you.
We ain't making you paying you,
we're not.
making you listen
No,
to
we're
this
not.
podcast. And if you're not a union member, you shouldn't be on it anyway. So unsubscribe. Ugh. I'm not gonna leave Janet Jackson alone, Tamara. You be quiet.
Again, member dues are $16 per pay period, and it is the best $16 you will spend. And it's what, $32 a month. It comes out to be $32 a month. So again, y'all, we want to thank y'all for listening to Radio Connections with Pace.
And
where
remember,
it all comes together.
You get $50 for every new member you bring aboard.
You get $50 for every new member you bring.
We're working on it for yours. That's a
we
little
got
behind.
3 good departments right now.
Yes.
3 good ones that we
good
are.
departments.
Well, 2 of
2 and a
that
half.
3. 2 of them that we meet with them regular, and they're pretty good.
Yeah.
It's one that's just a little one of them stubborn children.
Mhm.
But again, we'll see y'all next week with more city news.
Y'all take care. Be safe out there. Enjoy, y'all. Bye.